Let's talk today about getting paid what you deserve and what therapy offers. It's a touchy subject for us in the helping profession, feeling like we need to bend over backwards for everyone, accommodate everyone, that savior complex of I have to work with anyone that calls me. It's really kind of ingrained in us in our graduate school experiences, our internships, and our agency jobs. Especially when we work in community mental health, right? I did that for years, and I certainly appreciate what it offers people. But I think we also remember or lose sight of the fact that, not everyone out there is state-funded or Medicaid-funded or low income. Not everyone out there doesn't want to come to therapy or is ambivalent about it. We don't have to work with everyone that comes in our doors. And that's really the piece of private practice ownership that a lot of you struggle with, of feeling really guilty to say, I only work with clients who exhibit X, Y, and Z, or in this age range or demographic or whatever. And we have this complex in the helping profession where we are underpaid and we believe that we deserve to be. There's actually a joke, right? Of you don't get into this field to make money, haha. All your graduate school professors will tell you that. Your agency job colleagues and administrative staff will laugh about that. It's not true, and it's really insulting, because we work really hard and we get our master's degrees and all this education and experience and supervision and continuing education, and our jobs are not easy. I mean, we're absorbing. We're the container for people's emotion, for their ability to feel heard and listened to. And there's a lot of guilt and shame about charging a certain amount of money and excluding a certain population of people from our services. But again, we can't be everything for everyone. That's not possible. We can't see everybody at a reduced fee or a sliding scale or for free. So here's the thing. You can simultaneously charge money for your services and help people. You can do both. Both can exist. You can charge fees that are reflective of what you're offering, right? And we're not charging for 60 minutes of our time. We are charging for the transformation process, right? We're charging for our graduate school experience and expenses and our supervision experience and our internship and all the hours that we had to put into our licensure process. We are charging for hope. The installation of hope that something can be different, that there can be a light at the end of the tunnel, right? We're charging for the ability for change, to end ancestral trauma, to learn coping skills, to learn how to set healthy boundaries, to have healthy communication, to be able to moderate and manage anger management symptoms so that you don't lose another job, to create a relapse and recovery plan for someone who's struggling with their addiction so that they can take back control in their life, to empower people to be different, to empower people to step into who they are, to feel heard and validated and not shamed in a non-judgmental space, in a place where their information is protected, where you can't go and tell your colleague or your friend about what you did at work today. You're charging for all of that and more. We could create that list forever, right? I like to do this exercise with my coaching clients when we're building our private practices and ask them, what do you do for self-care? Massages, tattoos, vacations, hair appointments, nail appointments, whatever. What do you pay for that? Ask yourselves that. What do you pay for that? Do you pay $100 for a massage or more plus tip? And ask yourself, why do you do that? Right? What does it do for you mentally? It creates calm and stillness and relaxation, and it feels like self-care, and it is something that you look forward to and you budget appropriately for. Guess how much education most of those massage therapists have? Not a master's degree typically. They have some certification and some licensure hours, sure, but it's a certification program. It's not a license for the most part. So think about if you get tattoos, how much you pay for that and what that does for your mental health. If you are really into taking vacations and you're really saving up money all the time to do that. If you're really into getting your hair and nails done because it makes you feel good, it makes you look good, it makes you feel confident, whatever. Ask yourself if we don't do the same things as therapists. What are we offering those people who need all of those things, right? We're offering the ability to have self-care. People will pay the money when they value what you offer. They cannot value what you offer, though, if you don't find it valuable, or if you feel so shameful to talk about money because it's been ingrained and kind of beaten into your head that, hey, we don't do this in this profession. We take everyone and anyone. We're bleeding hearts. We're going to save the world. That is not a sustainable business model. Really trying hard to remember that if you are in small business ownership and private practice ownership, you are a business owner, whether you like it or not. You've decided to go into private practice because you value freedom and flexibility and autonomy and creativity and not having a boss and being the boss and being able to create your own hours and situations. You'll hear, well, you don't get rich in private practice. You certainly make more money than your agency job. That's for damn sure. I have a clinician that I just hired on that has 8 full fee private practice clients in less than a month. He's making more in 8 hours than he was making in 45 to 50 hours at his community mental health job. And guess what? He's helping those 8 clients significantly. So I want you to think about that. Thinking about what you would pay to feel good, to feel heard, to feel valued, to feel empowered, to feel motivated, to feel accountable to something, to feel not judged. We would pay whatever it took. If you were helping a couple not go through a divorce process and to learn how to have healthy communication, right? And not have to have healthy conflict, and you saved that marriage because of that. Imagine what you've done for that couple in terms of financial burden and emotional burden. I would pay anything in the world to do that, to ensure that that could be something that I could have. So I just want you to really think about your money mentality, where your money narratives have come from, the traumas that you've experienced, the socioeconomic status, the culture, right? We have to take that into consideration too. But at the same time, the recognition that what you offer is so valuable and you're going to change lives, but you are the vessel, you are the intervention, you are the modality, because 99% of this is just holding space. Absorbing, being that container, not judging your clients, not shaming them, being empathetic, being relatable. But we have to tap into this mentality that it is okay to need therapy. It's a good thing to need therapy. The same way we think about going to get a massage, like, hell yeah, I'm celebrating, I'm taking care of me. It's the same thing. We have to work through this shame and stigma of mental health care because we are holding ourselves back majorly. And I want to work with you to make sure that we can work through these narratives, to work through these mindset shifts, because it's really important to start focusing on what we can offer people and what we do offer people. So again, charging for the transformation, not for 60 minutes of your time. Charging to hold all the space for your caseload. And guess what happens when you're able to enforce your fees and charge your value and what you're worth? Right? If you're charging $150 an hour and staying firm, like with your sliding scale spots at $100 an hour, for example, what that does is that allows you to open up space for pro bono slots or really low cost slots, because it is a balancing act. But you can't do one without the other. You can't just see people for free. You can't just see people for low cost fees. And you can't just obviously just do full fee all the time without feeling some guilt and remorse. So balance. The more we can really feel confident in our abilities to talk about money, the more it opens up space to donate your time, to donate your resources, to give pro bono slots away, to help communities who are in need. But you can't do it all. And you can't be everything to everyone. That's just the reality. So we need to step into this mindset that we deserve to charge. We deserve to charge for our services. We would not call a lawyer or a doctor or a dentist and ask them for a sliding scale. It just wouldn't happen. So we have to tap into this mentality that helping professionals don't have to be broke and bend over backwards and accommodate everyone. That is not the reality. And think about when you're setting your fees, if you're setting them significantly lower than people in your area, what you're doing is you're undervaluing the service. You're undervaluing the profession. And guess what happens psychologically? If I'm scrolling through profile after profile after profile of therapists in my area looking for one to work with, and everyone says 150, 175, etc., and I see one person saying, I charge 50 to 75 an hour, my instinct is to think, that person's service must not be very good, right? That's how we associate that psychologically and mentally. So really thinking about how you set your fees in correlation to your community. If you're significantly lower than the insurance companies are paying out, that is a disservice to our profession. We fight very hard and we lobby and advocate hard for insurance companies to just pay us what they pay us. So if you're saying, I'm going to charge less than what Medicaid or Blue Cross or Aetna is going to pay people, that is a disservice to the community and to our profession. We have to get comfortable with money. You deserve to make it. You deserve to live the lifestyle you want to live and take the vacations and buy a home and do all the things and also help people simultaneously. They both can be done. I promise you that. So let's talk about money. Let's talk about value. Let's talk about what we offer as the helping profession.